Oh my god, I think you can see my nipple. Titties, 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 titties. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video, and of course my favorite mug, it is time for another hot sipping tea, boiling hot, burn your mouth story time. Wait, let me have a sip first. Apparently this is everyone's favorite topic here on my channel, so yeah. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into this story time. Okay, so this story time happened, I believe I was between 16 or 17 years old, and mind you that this was the time that I was a once upon a timer. I was exploring the gay industry, the gay community. I was living my life, not like a Caucasian, but I was living to the fullest. And I don't want to expose anybody or put them, in the spotlight. So we're just gonna go ahead and call him Jim. Jim was a dark-skinned boy because back in the days, I didn't know if I liked white man, Chinese man, chocolate man. So I had to discover so I could find out, okay? Mind you, so don't judge me, okay? So he was, I believe he found me on a website called Party Peeps. That was the shit back in the day. So he was, we were talking, going back and forth for a very long time. And I was kind of skeptical of meeting people that I met online because I was afraid of being catfish and all of that stuff. So I never met with people that I met online. So that was very, very interesting. So yeah, Jim was, hitting me up on my phone, and every now and then he was calling me, and we had just a good conversation. I think he was 5 years older than me back in the day. So, yeah. I don't even know where to start because I'm so excited. I'm not excited, but I'm not embarrassed as well to share this story time with you. But whatever, let's go into this story. So, he was hitting me and telling me that, he liked me and he wanted to be with me. And I didn't know if I had to take this seriously or not. So, there was one time that we wanted to meet up, but like, I was so afraid that I canceled on him. I knew he lived 20 minutes from my town. I'm not gonna say where he lives because, the gay industry is so small here and I don't want to expose anybody or anything. So, we were just talking and having a good time. He was calling me, texting me. Back in the day, we did not have WhatsApp and all of that good stuff. So, I mean, we had it, but it wasn't that popular as nowadays. So, girl. So one time he wanted to meet again, and he said, no, I really want you to come and I want to be with you. I want to see you in person. You seem like a very sweet, innocent boy at the time. So we set a date, and he told me to wait for him at the train station. So back in the days, I didn't use makeup. I wasn't like the way I am now. So I just was very simple. I was feminine at the time. I'm still feminine at the time, but I wasn't expressing myself as today. So we set a date, and I went to the station. Once again, I'm not gonna say where it was because I don't wanna, that. So it's so funny thinking of it right now. But anyway, so I arrived at the station and I took my phone because I wanted to call him to say that, I arrived well. Where are you? How are we going to do this? Because it was just a simple date. We didn't plan to fuck or go to the movies. We just wanted to chill and hang. So I arrived at the station, and he wasn't at the place that he was supposed to be at. So I was like, okay, is he catfishing me? Is he going to cancel on me? Or, you know, my mind was tripping. I was stressing out because I wanted to, have a good time and be once upon a timer. So he said, yeah, I'm nearby. Just walk to the snack bar and I'll catch you up there. So I was walking towards the snack bar and all of a sudden I hear police sirens in the back and I was like, the hell did I do wrong? So, I watched and the car stopped and pulled over and I saw a police officer getting out of the car. And he said, sir, can I see your ID or passport or, identify yourself? And I started to shake and I was like, oh my God, what the hell did I do? I didn't do nothing. I'm just here, to have a good time. But I didn't recognize him at all because, mind you, this was the first time seeing him in person. So I took my ID card and I showed him and he said, would you mind sitting in the back of the car? Bitch, my heart dropped all the way into my anus. I was like, bitch, no, this can't be happening. No, this can't be happening. Anyway, I gathered myself together and I went sitting in the back of the car. And the police officer also got in the car and he started to driving the car. And I was like, bitch, where are you taking me? So he said, are you here visiting or do you live here? I said, I live here, but I'm visiting a friend because it was none of his business the fuck that I was going to do and be a once upon a timer. Okay, so get your life. So he said, okay, well, I'm going to take you to the station and ask you some questions. Girl, all I could think was, oh my God, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell did I got myself into again? All of a sudden, he stopped at a neighborhood with a lot of houses, and I was like, this is not a police station, or this is not, where you take the prisoners and the criminals that you just arrested. So he said, can you get out of the car, please? So I got out the car, and I looked at him, and he started laughing, and I was like, bitch, this is you stupid motherfucker. I didn't recognize him. So he said, I knew you was afraid. I know that you was not going to recognize me in my uniform. So he opened up the door and we end up getting to his apartment, and he offered me, he was very sweet. He offered me a cup of tea. We had tea and then he cooked for me, but the whole time he kept his uniform on. In case you didn't know, he was a police officer, hunty. I did not know that he was a police officer, hunty. Okay, so we had a good time. We chilled. There was no Netflix back in the days. Okay, we were chilling and watching TV, and one thing led to another. Long story short, we ended up in the bathroom, and the things that he did to my body, to my soul, to my vajayjay, girl, I might as well save that for another story time. But it was so good. It was so good. I think maybe the fact that he was a police officer and he was black, he was tall, he was big, he was muscled, he was all the things that a girl wants. Let's face it, and it was so good. It was so good. We did it twice. Okay, get your life. Anywho, after that, we just chilled, and he offered to bring me home. But I said, you can bring me home, but not in a police car, okay? Because I don't want people to go think that I've done something wrong or whatever. So he said, no, I'll just bring you with my regular car. So he brought me home, and he gave me a goodbye kiss, and that was actually the first and last time that we ended up hooking up. And after a while, he tried to contact me, but I wasn't really feeling it to go all over this again, so I kind of left it for what it is. But moral of the story is your girl hooked up with a police officer, and it was so good. It was so good. Thinking of it right now, I should have recorded shit. People ask me all the time, do you make up these stories? Did they really happen? Yes, they really happened. I was a once upon a timer. I was very adventurous, and you know, I just love the attention. So I do have more story times to come, so make sure you subscribe on my channel. We are almost at 1,000 subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I want to thank you guys so much again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye bye.